What's up, bitches? Welcome back. It's another podcast. I'm back after like 2 weeks, I think. I didn't do an episode last week because I came home from the gym and I don't know how many times I've talked about it, but I don't really have that many days off of work. Like, I have days off of work, but Tuesday is mostly my day off that I have every single week, and it's the only day that I have like completely free where I don't have like any plans really other than like the gym, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah, so Tuesdays and Thursdays are like my only days off, and then like Thursdays I have things to do, so it's not really like a day off where I could just like have time for like my stuff. So anyway, on Tuesday I decided to get my garden prepped a little bit. I still need to see what like soil I want to use for my garden this year because every year I've done it, which has been like 3 years at this point, I haven't ever had like a successful year. Every, I mean, a couple of the years I only did flowers, which grew perfectly fine. But last year I tried doing tomatoes and I did not see a single tomato grow. The only thing that was successful was like green onion, but that's like literally the world's easiest plant to do. So I've been trying to do some research, but again, I don't really have that much time and like it's just so hard because I need to write myself a schedule to like make sure that I'm doing things that I need to do in the week and like have days where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Because whenever I have free time now, I don't know what to do with it. I just do nothing because I kind of just freeze out of stress. But I'm trying to work on like putting new things into my life and like doing new things, which I'll talk about in a little bit, like I said. But anyway, let me do a recap of like the last couple of weeks, some of the key moments. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was I was on my way somewhere and I was leaving my house and I literally had to call 911 because I not even drove like I literally drove like 1,000 feet to like this other street so that I could get on the freeway. And I saw first what I thought was like something like, you know how people, I don't know if this is everywhere, but where I live, people will like leave stuff outside for like people to come get for free, like couches or like chairs sometimes, or they'll leave like metal outside for like there's people who collect metal, they pick it up or whatever. So I thought that's what was so I thought that's what I was seeing. I thought that was what I was seeing. Girl, I thought that's what I'm done. You get what I mean. Anyway, but so I thought it was a couch or something on the like off the curb. So like it was in the street, like in the gutter, like right next to the curb, and that's what I thought that was cuz like am I saying words properly? I literally don't know, but this is going to be really embarrassing if I'm not. But I thought it was a couch or something, okay? And then I went a little closer and I realized it was like a big black dog standing there. And then there was somebody walking on the sidewalk with a smaller dog on a leash. And she was like trying to pull her dog away. So I thought, oh, maybe the dogs are fighting. I should like go out and help. And I get a little closer, okay? Like hardly any closer, like barely any closer. And I realized the dog is standing on something. I thought the dog was getting into whatever was on the side of the road, like some kind of object that was there, like furniture, and they were trying to pull the big dog off of the furniture because it was getting into something. But no. Then I thought the dogs were fighting because the lady was pulling her dog back, like trying to get the dog somewhere. And I thought it was her house that was like right in front of where they were because she was walking up to the house. And so I got out of my car. No, first I realized it was a lady on the ground and the dog was on top of her. The big black dog, okay? There's a big black dog and there's a small, like brown chihuahua looking dog. And the small chihuahua dog belongs to the lady who was walking. The big black dog belonged to the lady who was on the ground. So I get out because I think the dog's attacking her, and I get out. The little dog will not stop barking, the brown one. And since I thought this was that lady's house, I was like, "Hey, do you want to put your dog inside, like, so that we can figure this out?" Because that's when I realized like it was a lady on the ground and her dog was on top of her, and I was like, "Okay, leave." Like, not the lady on the ground, the lady on the let me give these people names. So we'll call the lady on the ground Susie, and we'll call the other lady Mary. So I'm like, Mary, can you please put your dog in the house so that way we can figure out what to do with Susie? And Mary is freaking out, like tweaking out. Mary is a freaking tweaking out, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, like I don't know what happened. She fell." Like, and meanwhile, the dog's barking so much. Like it's a Chihuahua. Mary's dog will not shut up, and I was like, "Okay, you need to like move your dog because it's barking hella, and I can't hear anything, and I can't like get what's going on in the situation." So I try asking Mary, like, "Do you know what happened? Like, did you see what happened?" And she was like, "Yeah, the dog pulled her and fell, and she fell." And so I was like, "Okay, so she's on the ground. Is she okay? Do you know how long she's been there?" She's like, "It just happened." And I'm like, "Okay, do I need to call an ambulance?" And so I start trying to talk to Susie, which who she's on the ground, literally on the ground, knocked over, and the dog just literally over top of her. Like she was on her side, and the dog was like standing on top of her. Like it was crazy. But I try asking Susie, like, I'm like, "Are you okay? Like, do you need me to call an ambulance? Like, are you okay?" And she is not responding, but she's definitely awake because she was kind of like groaning, and I was like, "Okay, I need to call an ambulance then." So I look at Mary and I'm like, "I'm gonna call an ambulance," and she's like, "Yes, yes, call it, call it." And like, I'm not even lying when I tell you that she's like the worst person in the situation to possibly like be there because she's just like freaking out. And her dog won't shut up and she won't leave. Mary will not leave. She literally called her son to come pick the dog up and she stayed there. That's anyway, she really wanted to be a hero, but I felt like she was just making it worse kind of. Like it's good that there was someone there when it happened, but for her to like want to stay so bad is crazy. Like calling her son to pick up the dog so she could stay there and watch the ambulance take her. Like, I don't know. So I call 911 and I'm trying to get the address of the house to tell them because we're in front of a house. And Mary is like yelling the address at me. Meanwhile, her dog is also barking. I can't hear the operator at all. And I'm like, "Yeah, we're at this address." And the lady keeps on yelling and yelling and yelling. Not the operator, Mary. And I'm like, "Dude, actually, like walk away." Like she's getting closer to me. She's getting her dog closer to me and the dog closer to the other dog. And I'm like, "Dude, that's actually the worst possible thing you could be doing, by the way." Anyway, I'm on the phone. She's like, "Okay, I'm going to transfer you to the fire department." I'm like, "Okay." And then the fire department gets there. I tell her on the phone, I tell them the address again. And they're like telling me, don't move her unless she is like restricted and move her onto her side if she is throwing up or seizing, which obviously, um, and just make sure she doesn't move. Basically, they asked me if she hit her head. I was like, I don't know. Um, and then within a couple minutes, the fire department shows up and they start asking her questions and stuff like that. And the whole time, okay, I'm just standing there, and one of the fire, I forgot what it was called for a second. One of the firefighters took the dog off of her, and it was like a really sweet dog, just like protecting Susie, who was on the ground. And so, um, oh yeah, the firefighter starts talking to me, asking me questions like to know what happened, and I was like, I don't know, I wasn't really here. I just kind of showed up, and he was like being really nice to me and stuff. And then Mary is like yelling like, "Is there someone we can call for you? Is there anyone we can call? Do you need help? Where's your address? Can I take your dog?" While the firefighters are trying to like evaluate this woman and make sure she's okay. That's crazy. Like I was literally wanted to tell her to like leave or be quiet or like something because obviously the fire department's there. There's nothing that she is going to do that is going to be more helpful than what they're going to do. Like that's literally their career and you're just here walking someone's dog. Like I don't know. I don't know. And then the fire department people, dude, can I? The firefighters start, asking her like where she lives so that way they can take her dog to her house, Susie's dog to her house, because obviously she's gonna have to go to the hospital and get checked out and everything like that because she seemed like she was in a lot of pain, and she was an older person. I should have said the scene before, but I think she was like 80 something. And so the firefighters start asking her like where they can take her dog, and she says her address, and then the firefighters take her keys, and the guy who was talking to me starts walking with the dog. But the whole time this is happening, she's like, I'll take her dog. I'll take her dog. I'm just waiting for my son to pick up this dog. And I was like, you want to be a hero so bad. Like, I'm glad that she was there so that she could kind of like help a little bit because I mean, it would have been worse if I just showed up and there was just a lady on the ground. But I mean, I would have stopped and called 911 anyway, but I had a little bit more information from Mary. But it was just crazy because she was just trying to do everything she could to be made out as a hero. Like, it was crazy. And everyone told me, like, like I did a really good thing and that I was such an amazing person for stopping. And I was like, just thinking, like, thank you very much. But, like, well, yeah, like, I'm gonna stop if I see someone on the ground. Because I literally thought that she was, like, not alive. Like, because if you're just driving and you see an old woman in a gutter with a dog on top of her, like, that is wow. Like, I just assumed, like, when I pulled up, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like see a person that's not alive right now, and I need to kind of prepare myself. But it didn't really come into my mind because, like, I didn't know what was going on. I thought she might be like unconscious or something, but I was just hoping that like she had a heartbeat and stuff because otherwise, it would have been much worse for, I mean, everyone involved. I'm glad that she ended up being okay, and I left as soon as like I saw the ambulance coming because I was on my way somewhere and I just stopped obviously because I'm not going to leave someone on the side of the road. Like, if I didn't go there, I have no idea what would have even happened because Mary was tweaking out. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know, but that was really crazy and a weird way to start my day, but like I'm glad I could help someone, and I'm glad she's okay. I mean, I hope she's okay. She might have done something to her hip cuz she seemed to be in a lot of pain or something. I really don't know. I obviously didn't get any follow-up information or anything like that because she was on the ground, and I'm going to be respectful of like she needs to go get help. Like, it's not my business. It's not. Like, Mary was trying to make it her business. Like, it's not, girl. It's not. Like, be respectful. She was not being respectful of the situation and of the lady who was clearly in pain, injured. Like, there was something going on there. But yeah, I mean, I hope everything ended up okay. She didn't seem to be in too much distress, just a little pain because obviously she fell and she's like kind of older. I also thought it was really cool to see like that bond between her and her dog because like the dog was not really letting anyone touch her. Like, it wasn't an aggressive dog, but it was literally standing over her and like would block her anytime anyone tried to touch her. Like, it was really cute, but yeah, that was that, and I just left after a little bit. I bet Mary stayed for like 3 hours just on the street even after the ambulances left. Like, ugh. Now I want to talk about like some changes that I'm making in my life. Just like, I don't know. I tried to make it like a New Year's resolution thing, but it didn't work out until like literally this month because life is just hard and I've been just going through a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know how to explain it without getting too in depth, but that's not what this is about. It's just like I just want to talk about stuff that I'm trying to change in my life to hopefully make my life better and like make my general well-being better. I don't know if I even worded that right, but I'm just trying to improve my life, is basically what this is. So the first change that I started making was not staying up super late. Like last night, I fell asleep at like 8:30. I'm not even lying. And then I woke up at like 6:30. I think it helps if I go to sleep earlier cuz then I'm not like laying down on my phone for too long. Like I just get in bed and I knock out. That's basically what happened last night. The benefits of me going to sleep early are that I wake up earlier and then I have like kind of more time in my day. It feels like cuz like there's more sunlight, so like I just feel more motivated for more of the day. Cuz right now it's like is it daylight savings or is it I don't know. But the sun sets at like 5 right now in California. So I don't know, the days just feel weird to me. I'm like someone who needs like sunlight to like be in a like relaxed state or like a happy state. Like I love the beach, I love the sun, I love hiking, I love the outdoors, and like it's so cold right now and like cloudy sometimes, and it just like sucks. But it sucks more when the sun's not out because it literally gets dark so early here right now. But yeah, I feel like it gives me more like I feel more motivated if I wake up. I just got like a Canadian accent. I was like motivated. I feel more motivated. Yeah, so I'm waking up earlier. I'm going to sleep earlier. It will suck though when I have like things to do at night, but I can stay up. I mean, yesterday I was up since like 3 in the morning because I had to work at 4 in the morning. So I don't know. It was fine. Another thing I'm doing now is I'm taking multivitamins. I don't know if they help because I've seen so many things about like studies where like they do tests to see if they change your vitamin levels in your body and they literally don't. And I take like vitamin gummies, like gummies version of them, which I feel like is probably worse because there's probably so much sugar in them. Like those things are so sweet and they're like coated in like sugar like I don't like maybe it's my fault if they're not doing anything. It's literally my fault because I'm literally eating like candy gummies and like expecting them to change my life, but I don't know. I've been eating vitamin gummies for like 2 weeks now. They're expensive as shit. I don't know if they do anything, but it's worth a shot. I don't know. I'm just trying to like add things in and do better. So another thing is my skincare routine. Currently my skin looks like shit because I started doing new stuff to it. I got like toner, which I've never used before, but I do like it because I feel like it makes my face feel like cleaner. And I also got vitamin C serum. Another thing that I do is I have like a chemical peel mask thing. It's like the ordinary, the red one. That's like the AHA, BHA, something like that. And I try to do that like once a week whenever I have time. I keep forgetting to do it, but try to do that whenever I have time because I feel like it just helps my face look more like bright. On top of like it just feels like my face feels cleaner because it just like deep cleans my face because it like burns all my skin. I don't know what it does really, but it feels nice. And then I got vitamin C serum. Obviously, I said that. I got the one from Vanny Cream. I use a lot of their stuff. I use their face wash, their moisturizer, their sunscreen, and their vitamin C because I just love that they're all like non-clogging, non-pore clogging formulas. And I don't really think I have sensitive skin like that because I use like benzoyl peroxide spot treatment and my face like does nothing, like it has no reaction to it. But I use a lot of the products because when I had really bad acne like a couple years ago, I was using like the CeraVe, like the salicylic acid, like all that stuff. Wasn't doing anything until I started using the Vanity Cream. Like it's just like sensitive skin gentle cleanser. I started using that one and my skin cleared up really quickly. Also, though, like I was using hella benzoyl peroxide because I had so many pimples. That stuff works like a freaking charm, though. Like right now, my skin's kind of bad, but that's because I don't really use that stuff anymore. Because it started staining my clothes, so I only use it on nights where like I wear like older clothes. Cause I don't know. It was like bleaching my clothes though, and I was like, no, no. Another thing that I'm changing in my life is I started going to the gym again. I obviously can't really do upper body, so it's not super fulfilling to me. I've just been doing like cardio, abs, and then legs. But I do legs once a week and then cardio and abs the other 2 days. I only go like 3 days of the week because I don't really have time otherwise. But yeah, it's been really nice getting back into the gym though. But I just really wish I could do upper body because that's my favorite. I don't really like doing legs that much. I mean, it's not bad, but it makes me feel better like after. Okay, I feel much better after the gym if I like actually lift. Like I've never been like a gym person that only goes for like cardio. I have never done really cardio at a gym. The only time like I just like walk on a treadmill for 10 minutes before I do any lifting. But now it's like all I do, just like cardio, abs, and then I'll do like abs and legs. I don't know. I mean, it's like good that I'm going because I feel like it's good for like my body, obviously, to do cardio. It's really good long term. But I feel like I just wish I could lift. My wrist has been so bad. Like I cannot move it past there. Like it's so weird. Like I can not physically do that because I it hurts like my hand. I don't know how to explain that. But I can bend it perfectly fine this way. I cannot like go further than that unless I try really really hard, but it feels like my something's going to snap in my hand for some reason. Oh, so freaking annoying. Like ow. I probably could lift, but I can't do anything that like I have to push because obviously I can't move my hand like past that. Except the other day, I was in the back of my dad's van and he braked super hard, and I was back there with my dog, and obviously there's no seatbelts back there. He braked super hard, and I grabbed my dog, and I had my phone in my hand too, and I couldn't really put my arm down because I would have like flown into the back of the seat. So I put my hand down, and it pushed all the way back. Like, okay, I can push my hand back, but only on this side. This side, I cannot do it at all. I don't know what is going on with my wrist, but I just want to get it fixed. I just want to get it fixed because I wish I could lift weights better. I wish I could do everything better, but I just can't right now. I just can't right now. Another change I'm trying to make in my life is like just being a better person to people around me because I feel like lately I've kind of like shut down because I'm honestly like experiencing depression. Like it doesn't probably seem like it right now because like I'm talking and I'm like in a room, but like I feel like depression has no like certain look to it. Like I don't know. I am fine obviously. Like I go to therapy and stuff like that and I'm trying like once I was told that like this is what was happening to me, I was like I need to start like doing stuff because that's the only way that I'm going to get out of it. I feel like if I just stop doing everything and I stop trying everything, like it's just going to get worse or it's never going to go away. So I've been just trying to do new stuff and like keep myself on my toes. And like, if that means missing 1 week of a podcast, I am doing it because if it's gonna be better for me in the long run, like I'm gonna do it right now because I know how annoying it is to be in this place because I've been in this place. But anyway, I am trying to be a better person to people around me because I feel like I've kind of just shut down and just like I just isolate myself so much and I don't really let myself be vulnerable or accept anything in this state lately because I just feel unsafe and like violated for some reason. Like I'm like repulsed by certain things that I shouldn't be repulsed by, and I don't know why, but that's just the way my body thinks it has to react right now to stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I've been like kind of enjoying doing new stuff. The next thing I need to do though is like plan my stuff weeks ahead and give myself deadlines for stuff like my music or my podcast. Like I have to set a day where I'm going to do my podcast this day cuz like I'm doing it on the day that it's going to upload right now, and that's kind of not acceptable cuz I would like to have enough to like be like 1 week ahead, you know? So like the one you're listening to now would be recorded a week ago, and then I'll have one and one. So that way I won't really miss one ever unless I'm doing something for like a month. But yeah, and then I want to release more music, obviously, but I just feel so uninspired and unmotivated because of my injury and because I just feel like I suck at everything right now and I have no motivation to do anything. But I'm trying to work on it, you know? Like I went out for a hike this morning. I've been going to the gym in the mornings. Like I'm trying to get energy into myself, like good um chemicals in my brain because I think exercising like releases some kind of chemicals in your brain. I'm pretty sure that like are supposed to be like good chemicals in your brain. So I've been trying to do that to make myself more motivated, but I feel like lately it just makes me tired. But I think after a couple weeks like of my body getting used to it, like I'll start feeling better and like less tired and this and that and this and that. And yeah, I mean, another thing I've been trying to do is starting to eat healthier. I started eating kind of bad when, I mean, not bad, but like my diet wasn't where it needs to be because I have like stomach issues and I need to like eat a certain way for like to not feel like shit all the time. So I started eating like I like kind of broke my diet like when I stopped going to the gym last year and then when I got my job at where I work right now in like September because then I didn't have time to like make my meals and I was eating out a lot and I love eating out. Like I love me some Panda Express, some Chick-fil-A, like bring it, bring it. That cool wrap from Chick-fil-A, like I said in my last podcast, amazing. So good. I love me some Chick-fil-A. But yeah, I feel like I just started eating worse because I had no energy ever, and I'm trying to make it so that like I can have energy every day. Like I do something every day instead of just like I work for 4 days and then I finally have a day off and I just do nothing that day. That's like not, I don't want to do that ever again. Like, I just want to do something every day so that way I have like more energy because my body's not just going to crash. Like, my body doesn't have like a scheduled time to crash anymore. That's what I want to do. But obviously, it's like going to be hard sometimes. You can't be like consistent in your life with everything because sometimes you're just going to be more tired than others. Like as soon as I get my period, all of this is going right out the door, and I know damn well because that's just what messes up my life every single like every month when I get my period. I just can't anymore. Like I just need to go to sleep for like the whole week cuz I get so tired, I get so irritated, I'm in pain. I want to go to bed. I don't want to get up. Like girl, I just want to eat like shit too. Like I don't know. That is just obviously something that women just have to experience, but I'm just gonna do my best with all this stuff. I'm gonna try to make those changes. And if anyone has any advice on like how I can like make a schedule, or like if you have like people that you watch that help you get motivated, or like if you just like if you personally make schedules for your life, because I know like obviously like as an adult like you kind of have to like plan things out and like schedule stuff because you need to go to work and you need to do this and that, and especially if you have kids, like it's just crazy out here. But yeah, if you have any tips on how I could start writing my schedules or like things I could do to make my life easier or things to help motivate me, definitely leave them in the comments below or send me a DM on Instagram. Yeah, that's really all I had to say today. I'm gonna go make some healthy food. I still have no idea what I'm gonna make. I just know that I'm gonna use chicken for it. I literally don't know. Comment chicken recipes down below as well. DM me chicken recipes. Thank you guys for watching this podcast. Make sure you go follow all my socials, my Instagram, Check out my link tree. Listen to my music if you want to. Thank you for watching this podcast, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.